Hi everyone and welcome to Inside This Music Box. I'm Erin and I'm a primary and high school music teacher in Sydney, Australia. In this video I'm going to take you through all the ways I organise and plan my life as a teacher. I'm by no means an expert on this, but these are the things I've been doing that help me stay on top of things as best I can. First thing I'm going to start with is my planner. I know lots of teachers get their planners from all over the place, from Teachers Pay Teachers, from Erin Condren, from Createl, all of that. I, however, make my own because I'm really picky and it's also way cheaper. It just takes a lot of time, but I tend to work on these sort of things when I'm watching Netflix at the same time, so I'm somewhat productive while relaxing. So this is my planner. Looks like this. What I do is I just make it on pages on my computer, on my Mac, and then I go and get it printed and bound at Officeworks. I'm just going to show you the important stuff in my planner. I've got, you know, important information with my timetable. I've got a list of music to listen to where someone's mentioned an artist or something. Often it'll be students and I want to go through and have a listen to it in my own time. I've got a behaviour log which I had in there last time and I didn't really use, but this is what I'm going to use for any more serious behaviours that come up. In general, in day-to-day, I'm going to be using Class Dojo to log and keep track of all the behaviours. We've got meeting notes. Then I've got a term 1 at a glance. We have a really big school and we've got a lot of events on, so not all of them actually relate to me and I don't need to know about them. So I've gone through and just highlighted on the PDF the ones that relate to me, and then I'll go through and pop them into here, and then I'll add them into the days on my planner as well. It is a long process, but again, it's something I do while watching Netflix. Okay, so I'll show you what a typical week looks like. I like to have a whole day to a page in my planner. I like to have enough space to write a lot about what's happening in a lesson, because some days I'll write like 2 words in the box next to a class, but other days I'll write heaps. So on this side, I write what my plan is for the lesson, and on this side, I actually go through and say what did or did not happen. I find this really helpful because sometimes you'll plan something and then it just doesn't go as planned, and then you don't actually have a log of what you did and didn't get through. So I like using that. I have all the bell times listed on this side here. And then this is a new addition that I added towards the end of last year. I did it in my Term 4 planner. I have a validating moment and a reflection for improvement. I find at the end of a rough day, it's really helpful to have a reflection on how you can improve next time, but also it's nice to give yourself some credit and pick a moment that happens throughout the day where it's validating, it gives you energy, it makes you feel good about yourself as a teacher. So I try and do that every single day. That's kind of nice. I also have, so 1 day to a page, and then I have it for the weekend because classic music life, you have ensemble rehearsals on the weekend or musicals or other school events. So that's my planner. The next thing I use is this week at a glance notepad sort of thing. I got this from Kmart. I love it very much. I really like the colours with all the pink and the sparkly gold. I use this as just a way to quickly see what's happening during the week. This includes any personal stuff I've got going on. So I write anything on here that I need to know, and it's just a really quick way to see when something's coming up, and it's a good reminder for me. It's also really satisfying at the end of the week to be able to rip it off and be like, it is gone. It is over, it's done. Yeah, I've underestimated how handy I found this, so that's really nice, because when I have my planner on a typical day, you know, it will be on Monday, for instance, it will look like this. I won't even have it open double-sided, and so the likelihood that I'm going to go all the way back to the term at a glance is incredibly unlikely, so it's better off that I just have something for the week to keep me on track for what's happening. Next thing I do to organise my life, and this has revolutionised my life. I learned about this on a YouTube video that wasn't even teaching related, but this is how I sort out my to-do list. I used to use this from Kmart, which I liked, but however I would just pack it with so much stuff in there that it was a bit ridiculous, so that wasn't great. So what I do, we've got these 4 different categories: important and urgent, important and not urgent, not important and urgent, and not important and not urgent. And every time I have to add something to my to-do list, I categorize it into one of these. And when I'm trying to get work done, I have to start with the important and urgent stuff before I go into anything else. I just do this in stickies on my computer, the sticky note app, but this was an absolute game changer for me and has helped me out so much in prioritizing and knowing what is necessary and what isn't, because a lot of the time I'd want to just do the work that was not important and not urgent instead of getting to the stuff that I actually really needed to do. So yeah, that I really recommend. The last thing I do to organize my life is to do with emails. Emails are insane for teachers, and because I'm in quite a big school, you get so many emails, it's insane. So what I do, and this might seem insane to some people, but I have so many folders in my email, but however in my inbox it only has the stuff that I actually need to follow up. My inbox generally only has a handful of emails in it, and that way I know what wants to follow up straight away. Emails don't get moved from my inbox until I've dealt with them, so that helps me stay on top of everything I need to be doing. There are a couple of things I do on my phone to stay organized. The main one is use the reminders app on my phone, because honestly I cannot remember anything, and it's only because of a notification popping up on my phone reminding me to do something that I get anything done. I also use the Notes app on my phone heaps, but I'm about to transition to using Google Keep. I think that's what it's called. It's basically notes, but apparently you can categorize it and use different colors, and it's a lot more visually appealing, which I'm all for. But that is basically it. I'm hoping to try and keep this video nice and short, because I know a lot of my videos tend to be quite long. I feel I've really grown a lot with my organization and knowing how to stay on top of things. I've made lots of mistakes with it, and I've learned what works for me. So as a roundup, the things I do to organize my life: having a detailed planner with what I want to happen and then what actually happened in class. I have a validating moment and a moment for improvement that I reflect on every single day. I have a week at a glance on my desk at all times so that I can keep track of anything happening in the week. I have my to-do list categorized into those 4 different categories, which helps me prioritize what I need to do. And all emails that come into my inbox are dealt with before they're allowed to be categorized into the correct category. That way I know exactly what I need to do. I hope this was interesting to some of you. I always like watching Plan With Me videos and all of that, and I like seeing how people find ways to organize their life, because especially as a teacher, you have so much on your plate. If you have any questions about anything I've talked about in this video, please leave them in the comments and I'll definitely get back to you. That's all for this video. Please click the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video, and click subscribe if you want to see any more music education and just education related content. See you in the next one.